Man, what's good YouTube, man? It's your boy AJ, man, back with another banger, bro. Before the video, try to make sure the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn notifications on, man. But yeah, I know y'all boys see the thumbnail and the title and probably like, what the fuck? How did procrastination cost you your freedom, man? Don't worry about it. I got you. I'm gonna tell boys right into it. But anyway, let's jump straight into it, bro. So boom. So like last year, bro. Last year, we're gonna say October, right? So it's me, my boy Day, and my daughter's mom, which you'll call my daughter's mom. So, all right, we went to the fair, right? But this is the biggest fair in Georgia, right? This is the biggest fair in Georgia. So we ended up going there, right? But the crazy part is when we got there to the fair, bro, we literally had to turn back around because it was too deep, bro. And like I said, the fair was about to close, and it was just too packed. Like by the time you got in there, bro, it would have been time for us to go the fair to close because that's how deep it was. We should have went earlier that day, but we decided to go at night. But I know this year, to go at nighttime. I mean, to go in the daytime. But anyway, bro, like I said, but let's hop straight into the store. So boom, we ended up having to turn. We ended up having to drive all the way up there and turn our way back around. So we coming back, right? So when we coming back, right? So boom, my boy Day is driving the car, right? My boy Day driving my car, right? So boom, we ended up getting pulled over. We ended up going through one of the small towns. I don't know if y'all boys know. Y'all boys go through small towns, bro. At nighttime, the police, they be on your ass, bro. They be ready to pull your ass up about some shit. So basically, my boy Day was driving my car, right? And they pulled me over, bro. They pulled my boy Day over. And basically said I didn't have no insurance, bro. Like, insurance is very, 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 they real strict about that. So basically, I didn't have no insurance, bro. My insurance had expired. I didn't have any insurance, which I did not know. Which is, what I'm saying, I was on my dad's insurance, but just neither here nor there. But, he didn't pay, I guess. He didn't forget to tell me. He probably didn't know I was going to go way up there either. So, like I said, it don't matter, bro. So, boom, right? But my boy Day is driving. So, me, I'm such a real nigga, bro. I'm such a real friend. Like I said, that's why I love, that's why I'm such a real nigga, bro. I told the officer to just give me the tickets. The officer saying you wasn't driving, though. So I should give it to him. I'm like, no, officer, this is my car. He didn't know. So just give me the tickets, right? So, like I said, that's how much of a real nigga I am. Now, if he had been just a speeding ticket, bro, I would have let him have it because, what I'm saying, they caught him for speeding. But like, since he had no insurance, they ain't got nothing to do with him. That was me. They ain't had no insurance, bro, so that was me, right? So, boom, right? I ended up getting the ticket. Anyway, the police officer ended up giving me a ticket, right? So when you don't have no insurance on your car, they have to tow it, or you have to come back whatever it is supposed to tow it. But the police officer, he fucked with me. He was like, hey, if you can come back and get your car the next, like, if you can leave your car right here, right now, and if you come back and get your car tomorrow, we won't tow it. But remind y'all boys, right? I'm like an hour from my house. I'm like an hour from my house, right? So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, how the fuck I'm gonna come back and get it? But I didn't tell him that. I just told him, okay, I'll come back and get it tomorrow. So long story short, my boy Day, we wait for my boy Day, called his mom. He wanted to come get us, right? So boom, his mom came and got us, so we back home. So I called my grandpa. Luckily I have a grandpa. Like I said, shout out family, man. Shout out your grandparents. Make sure I love y'all grandparents, man. Shout out my grandpa. He has a truck. He has a dually truck and a trailer where he pulls cars on, right? So I told my grandpa, hey, my car's up there. You know what I'm saying? Luckily he a good, good grandfather. We went back up there the next day to Maya, but this is an hour from my house. So he drove an hour. Well, I went with him. We drove an hour back up there the next day to get my car. So we put it on the back of his trailer and we took it back to where I'm at, which is back to my hometown or whatever, right? So boom, I have this. So he basically have a ticket, right, y'all boys? So in my head, I'm thinking like this is just a normal ticket. Like, okay, this is just a normal ticket. I just pay it online, whatever, cool. But this is how the procrastination comes into play, right? So, boom. Basically, I ended up losing the ticket, y'all boys. I ended up losing the ticket, bro. So I didn't really think about it, because like I said, the city that I went to, y'all boys, I never go to this city that I got a ticket in. So since I never go to this city, I guess I just forgot. I thought I could just pay it online. But see, what I did not know was I had to appear in court. I know that now, but so I end up going, I'm gonna tighten that. But what I didn't, I thought I was just gonna be able to pay online or whatever. So I ended up forgetting about the ticket, right? So boom. So just one day, it kind of just dawned on me, maybe like a month later. We'll just go 2 months later. It kind of dawned on me like, damn, nigga, you got a ticket. I was like, oh shit. So I'm calling these people. I'm like, hey, I'm calling them. I said, hey, have y'all, I have a ticket up there, but remind me, but I lost a ticket. So they're like, okay, cool, what's your name or whatever. So I tell them my name. They said, we don't see your name. So I'm like, okay, that's strange. So they gave me another number because maybe you call this wrong number, get this number because. So I called that number. They keep saying they don't see my name. They gave me another number. They kept saying they don't see my name. So basically, I called like 3 numbers and they kept saying they don't see my name. So they said, "Are you calling the right place?" I'm like, "Yeah." I know where the fuck. I know where the fuck I'm at. I know where the fuck I went to. I know where the fuck I'm at, twin. Like I know where I was at. So long story short, right? I asked my folks. I said, "Hey, grandma, She said, I said, "Hey, grandma, they keep saying that's my name." Well, she said maybe he must have dropped it because, like I said, you don't have a criminal record. So 9 times 10, just dropped it because you don't have, you have a criminal record or whatever. That's what I'm thinking. So she just said, "Don't worry about it." So boom, right? This is last year. So boom, flashback to about 2 weekends ago, right? 2 weekends ago, y'all boys. So this is the craziest story ever, right? So 2 weekends ago, right? So boom, right? It was Friday night, bro. I had just got off of work, bro. Just got off of work. It was about 10 at night. And I'm going home, bro. I'm going home, right? I'm on the way home. But my phone had died. So my phone died when I put my phone on the truck. I'm like, damn, I'm thirsty as shit. But remind you, it's a gas station like 2 seconds from my house, right? So boom. I go to the gas station around the street from my house, right? Probably like 2 seconds. Go to the gas station, right? Boom. Remind y'all boys, I get my little circuit. I know y'all boys got a little circuit, and y'all wherever y'all live at, get a little 99-cent drink. That's what I got, right? So boom, I'm leaving now, right? Boom. Officer put his lights on me. I'm like, damn, what the fuck I do? But remind y'all boys, I don't have my phone. So he put lights on me. He say, "Hey, you don't have a seatbelt on." So I'm like, okay, cool. And he said, "Let me see your, give you your license or whatever registration." They got to do that. So he come back and said, "Hey, you have a warrant out for your arrest, and the county is called Baldwin County." I'm pretty sure y'all both know where that is. If y'all from my city, y'all know where it is. But if y'all don't, then y'all don't. It don't matter. So he said, "You have a warrant out for your arrest." I said, "Warrant out for my arrest?" I'm like, what the fuck? He said, "It's in Baldwin County." I said, "I've been calling them. They kept saying they don't see my name." He said, "Well, man, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to take you to jail." I'm like, "Taking me to jail?" Y'all boy, this is my first time going to jail. So I'm like, what the fuck? What you mean I gotta go to jail? He said, "You gotta go to jail." So remind, he said, "You probably got to sit the weekend in jail." I'm like, sit the weekend in jail? Like, cause for the most part, when you go to jail, a lot of the time when people go to jail, at least for their first time, they probably get out the next morning. So he said, "Hey, you get a phone call when you get there." So I'm like, okay, cool. They put me in handcuffs, y'all boys. The handcuffs hurt like fuck. The handcuffs hurt like a motherfucker, right? So boom, we go take me to the jail. But remind y'all boys, I don't have my phone. So my family don't know where I'm at. My location says I'm at home, but my family don't know where I'm at. So remind y'all boys, when you get to jail, this is my first time ever going to jail, first and last. So I get to the jail, they put me in the holding cell. They take my fingerprints, their name, whatever. So they put me in the holding cell. So I'm like, okay, maybe the holding cell is better, right? So boom, whatever. They say you get a phone call. So I'm just waiting, it's remind y'all boys, it's like 12 o'clock at night. So this is really Saturday morning at this point now. Saturday morning, 12 o'clock. So they didn't give us a phone call. So basically, y'all boys, they didn't give me a phone call until about 1 o'clock that Saturday afternoon. So I called my folks. I said, "Hey, grandma, I'm in jail." She said, "You're in jail?" I'm like, "Yeah, because they said, they had a warrant out for my arrest in another county. About remember the ticket I told you about?" She's like, "Yeah." So she's like, "It's okay, I'm gonna make some phone calls or whatever, and we'll get you out of this or whatever." So I'm like, "Okay, cool." My family, like I said, thank God for my family. Will get me out of this, right? So, but remind y'all boys, my charges are not in my hometown where I'm at. My charges are in the county that I got put in it. So, long story short, my grandma calls me. Like I said, on the jail phone, they can't call. You got to call them. So I wait about an hour, maybe 2 hours, or whatever. Call my grandma. She say, "EJ, you ain't gonna like this." I'm like, what? She said, "You got to sit the weekend in jail because the courts are closed on the weekend. So you have to wait till Monday for them to get a response from them." I'm like, what the fuck? I gotta sit 2 days in this bitch? Y'all, boy, when I say my heart went to my motherfucking ass, bro, my heart went to my ass, bro. 2 days in jail, bro. So basically, I sat 2 days in jail, whatever, passed it by. Jail wasn't bad. Like I said, I didn't do nothing or whatever. So obviously, they didn't put me with bad people. So I was in there with some cool niggas, So 2 days go by, right? 2 days go by, whatever. I'm in jail. 2 days felt like 2 years in jail, y'all, boy. Don't go to jail. 2 days feel like 2 motherfucking years, bro. So whatever, boom. I go to the, boom, 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 see my 2 days in jail, whatever, go whatever. And then I didn't eat anything for 2 days. I didn't drink anything. So basically, I really lost some weight. I didn't do anything for 2 days. But I made some cool friends, like I said. They some cool dudes in there, whatever. So, got the Instagram, whatever, got some cool dudes in there, right? So Sunday night comes, and y'all boys, I hope y'all boys believe in God, bro. Get y'all a relationship out with God. So I pray to God, I say, "Hey, God, listen, I done toughed it out in jail for 2 days. I can't take another day in jail, God. I really can't. You know I can't. Like I said, they say in the Bible, God won't give you no more than you can bear, bro. So I'm like, God, I can't bear no more. I can't take this shit no more. Well, I didn't say that, but I can't take it no more. So long story short, the next morning, bro, somebody with me, they say, Ficklin, somebody here to get you. So I'm thinking I'm finna go home. I'm like, oh shit, I'm finna go home. But whole time, y'all boys, it's the other officer from where I got my charges at. Basically, it was him. He was like, we're here to get you. And he says, good news for you, man. We have you have a bond. So I said, how much? He said $620. Y'all boys know $620 is not bad for a bond. It's just not. $620 is not bad for a bond. It's actually great for a bond. So long story short, they shipped me back off to where I got the ticket at, in Baldwin County, where my charges are originally at, which I did not know. So whatever, they shipped me back there or whatever. So I sit in, but what I did not know was my grandma had already handled it already. So I called my grandma one day. I said, hey grandma, I'm in Baldwin. Could please tell me I got $620 because I can't do another day in jail. She said, $620, of course we got that, She said, I thought your bond's gonna be more than that. I'm like, okay, cool, my grandma got me. So basically, I stayed in the jail I was supposed to stay in for all like an hour and 30 minutes. So I ended up getting out, I got out of jail that Monday. So I did 2 days in jail. I ended up getting out, whatever. So they just kept me in the holding cell till my grandpa got there. My grandpa paid them the money, I get out, whatever. So basically, y'all boys, I said that to say that procrastination, y'all see what procrastinating got me, bro? Procrastinating with that ticket, putting it on the back burner, and it got me in jail, bro. It got me a warrant out for my arrest. Because the whole time when they gave me the ticket, it wasn't for me to pay no ticket, it was for me to appear in court. So that's where I fucked up at, whatever. I didn't read the ticket, and then plus I lost it, bro. So when I tell y'all boys, procrastination can cost y'all boys y'all freedom, bro. Procrastination. So now, since I got out of jail, y'all boys only did 2 days, but bro, I've been on top of that. They've helped me with everything in life. Like let's say I got errands. I run errands right then. Let's say I like this video. I had to make this video today, bro. I literally made this video today. So it really helped me. Like I said, I really thank God a lot that happened to me for me to stay on top of everything. So now I do everything fast. So like now, if I get another ticket, I'm gonna pay it right then and there. I'm gonna call. I'm gonna not lose the ticket. Like I'm gonna make my YouTube videos whenever I'm supposed to do it. So whatever I say I'm supposed to do it, bro, I'm gonna do it, bro. Because procrastination is a killer, bro. Like it made me go to jail, bro. So it's like now I'm not procrastinating with shit else in life, bro. I'm not procrastinating with shit else in life, bro. And, bro, that's the video. So make sure to like, man, subscribe, and turn notifications, man. I love y'all niggas, man. Go like your boy EJ, and I'm out. Peace.
Love, you around. I don't wanna be right.